that's the way I got here. I always had a connection to the ocean. I always lived in front of the ocean, and I could never imagine myself being away from it. I'm a goofy footer, so I love coming to Chile and finally surf and kite on my front side on perfect lefts. Mi nombre es Manuel Selman y nací en Reñaca, Viña del Mar, Chile. I know picky English. Not reading. Just looking. In 2001, my family decided to move into the Dominican Republic, and that's when I started all of my water sports. And I've been coming back and realizing how good of a place, how magical everything is back here in Chile. And now that I'm foiling and winging, it's just an amazing place to come and do all the water sports.
Oh my God. Look at that.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
This is definitely the right spot.
Definitely feels like home. I haven't been back here for 2.5 years. Since then, I qualified for the Olympics, and I went to Tokyo, and I haven't been back. It feels like a warm welcoming. Like any person I see that I don't know that surfs knows me, and they all come at me and congratulate me, and it feels good. Down here, just the magic of this place and the conditions that change all the time are always optimal for one of the sports or multiple sports.
Cuéntame más.
Tubos de mi vida.
¿Tú con el foil?
Con el foil.
Espero que estén grabados, pues,
Mejor pompeada del mundo.
I don't know, the main thing that comes to mind here are the days that I've been alone, and the waves have been amazing. Like there's been times when I'm just like screaming out loud because there's no one in sight, and I cannot believe that I've somehow, this small remote part of the world kind of pulled me in, and I got to sit in a lineup with like maybe a seal and just watch perfect like 8-foot waves barreling down a point to me. My name's Jesse Faen, and welcome to my happy place. I grew up looking at surfing magazines, and images of Chile really didn't exist. But I loved looking at maps, and it was obvious this coast had a long stretch of opportunity, and I think romantically I just always wanted to come down here, but I ended up buying my little slice of paradise before I'd ever been in the country. When I came, it was kind of surreal. It was like stepping back in time. My experience or relationship with Chile has really evolved over the years because of wind sports and falling in love with kite surfing and falling in love with kite foiling and learning how to foil these waves. There's so many options. Like I used to just drive down dirt roads and run through forests and look at whatever might be over the next headland, and I did that for years. It's just the essence of why I fell in love with surfing, is that sense of adventure and that ability to be alone in the ocean and test yourself and test equipment and just find new lines on a wave. I wake up here most trips and I just let the conditions dictate what's going to be the equipment for the day. And to me, that's the essence of the surfing lifestyle, not trying to control the elements, but trying to utilize the elements for the most fun possible.
And that's the way I got here. When this giant set wave came through and Manuel basically told me to put my head down and paddle as hard as I could, all I did was put my head down and paddle, and within 2 seconds I was dropping from the top of the wave all the way to the bottom. I then went over the falls, did a little tour of the bottom, got some sand in my suit, and I freaking popped back up, and I was all the better for it. And that's how you're going to get into those waves, and that's how you're going to learn. The only way to learn is to fail.
He likes headbutting the reef. It's his thing.
And foils
He's
and
like- yeah, he's like-
and surf fins and
It's how he tells how hard things are. Yeah, that reef was hard.
ow.
Ow.
If you're living in the comfort zone, you're living a muted life. The highest highs come after the lowest lows. And you're not ever going to get those highs unless you're willing to risk all your gear and your body in a long swim and breaking all your lines and snapping your leashes. All that stuff is the negative of that, but when you overcome all that negative, you just come in with a huge smile on your face and you just feel like you got away with murder. I find I'm the happiest when I'm tired and shredded and completely exhausted from riding all day. And without that, I think I'd go a bit crazy. Yeah, my obsession with the wind started at a young age, and it's something that basically steered my life in a big right-hand turn. At the time I was going to school, I was like studying to be an anthropologist, I was doing all this stuff, like the normal life stuff. And ever since those first sessions, I cannot escape the power of the wind. It is the center of my life. Everything great that has come to my life has come because of the wind. I met my wife because of the wind. I live where I live now because of the wind. I have all the things that I'm grateful for in my life. Honestly, they like blew into my life with the wind. And I can't imagine a time in my life when I will not have that at the center of my core.
I'm Bryan Metcaf-Perez. I am the last windsurfer on the planet Earth. reminds me a lot about Casito. He's a little rough on the edges, and he's a little scruffy, and if you pet him too much, he's gonna eat you up.
Crazy, he will nip you.
He's also very friendly, and if you treat him right, he's gonna give you all the love that you need. This trip to Chile, to me, has been spectacular because it's a mirror image. The last 10 years of my windsurfing have been rights. I come down here, well, guess what, buddy? You're going switch. Not only am I windsurfing, but like that psych that you get from this crew is what enables all of us to have the most fun, and also in like the beautiful culture that exists here. And it's just like so rad to see that, and to have myself feel like I'm going back in time as well and learning this craft that I've dialed in, and then all of a sudden, oh nope, you're starting back from the beginning. And to like go through all those steps, it's like very refreshing. That's why winging for me has been so fun from the beginning. It's like I've taken the knowledge that I already have, and now all of a sudden I'm learning a new craft. I'm sharpening my next knife to do the next turn, to do the next air, and to experience my environment in a new way, with a new tool, or with a new condition.
Oh, my buddy. Oh, okay.
Say goodbye. Bye.
That is the way I got here. Hey, I'm Brady. Better grab a spoon because you're going to be digging into this chili. What I love most about Chile is the empanadas. The quick brown cow jumped over the lazy dog. The tacos of South America. And the wave riding. It just feels like everything's flipped. If you think of Santa Cruz, make it in the south winds and left-hand point breaks, you got Chile. You get this sense of familiarity, but you know that you're so far away from home and you're very remote that if things go south or you get in a weird situation, you're kind of in the middle of nowhere with limited resources. So it has an aspect of familiarity, but it has an aspect of slightly higher consequences. I've been kiteboarding for 50 years. I've been kiting for 20 years. The wind has shaped pretty much my whole life. Everything I do basically revolves around kiteboarding in the wind. From being a kite instructor, from the location where I went to school, where I live, the places I want to travel. It all really depends on where the wind is and where the best waves are. And me being the spaz that I am, I need something. I need an outlet to release my energy. And kiteboarding has been the best way to do that. If I don't get in the water, if I don't kiteboard or blah, 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 you know, I become a very unhappy person until that next session. When that next session comes, I'm relaxed and reset.
Where do I begin?
amazing to be able to just show up to a place that you don't know and throw yourself into whatever it has in store for you. To feel like I can just show up and enjoy myself and ride in whatever Chile has to offer. I think what's so awesome about being here with this group of people is that everyone is just as equally obsessed with the ocean. We're all kite surfers, we're all wingers, we're all surfers, we're all foilers. Any way that we can get into the ocean and enjoy the conditions, we'll do it. Chile is a really special place. It's just one of those spots where I feel like I could spend a really long time just kind of doing the same stuff that we've been doing. The days here are super long. So we wake up early and the sun doesn't set until like 9 p.m. So we're basically on the beach all day. And you can fit a lot into a day. A lot of different sports, a lot of different locations, a lot of driving around looking for the perfect location. They're long days and they're super fruitful. And there's no better feeling than coming home and being extremely exhausted from spending a full day in the ocean.